Hey, what's up everyone? TLC here with Watcher of Realms Trial. Just go through each of them here. We're going to start out by placing Isolde right down here to block the exploding guys. And then Avalon, as soon as we have 18 cost, goes up in the top row to block the top row. Anytime you start to get overwhelmed, just use Isolde's ultimate. We're going to get Iona down here to do some damage to them. And then Nisandi, however that's pronounced, to do some healing. Keep these guys alive, try to get light lock down as well, just because they're taking a lot of damage right now. Go ahead and pop Iona so we can deal with that top row. And let's add Ein to the top row to try to finish them off quicker. And now if anything gets through Avalon's defenses, we've got Ein there to grab them as well. Put Maul down. And burn them down. Yeah, that beginning part where they've got a lot of damage coming in, that's the trickiest part of this one. Going into 2. Same basic team. And somewhat same strategy, get Isolde down at the beginning. And then Iona will go down right below her to play cleanup. There we go. Then we'll grab Ein to deal with the exploding guys that are coming in, because he can shoot them from right here. And then let's get Estrid down to do some damage on the bottom, and Idril to do damage to both rows coming in. You want Estrid down to Idril's right, or at least somebody melee down to Idril's right, because this not boss, but elite creature will do poison damage to platforms if there's no ground units available, but if there's a ground unit available, he'll attack that. Put Avalon down to block that path, and just get a healer down and pop Iona here to try to kill them off. Now Estrid I'm going to go ahead and use to do some damage real fast. And we can pop Idril to play cleanup here. There we go. Now, for some reason, my recording of stage 3 didn't get the intro part of it. So this is the exit part of stage 3. I just redid it again. And here's how I had done it the first time. Isolde. Idril down on the bottom, because she can shoot these things and wipe them out before they get any further. Nisande down there to heal. And let's get Iona down to do some damage. Of course they can still reach Isolde and explode, so less than ideal. Let's get down Estrid to do a little bit more, and between the two of them they should be able to wipe everything out before it explodes. Now I want to get Maul down to help with the bottom 2 rows. And light lock to heal. Go ahead and use Estrid here if you want to do some damage, but I'm holding. right there. And Maul, wait to use him until all the archers are right up. Alright, on to stage 4. Now here, I had to play with this one a lot. I found that the best way is to put Iona down on the right, take care of the stuff on the top right. If you don't take care of them now, they'll overwhelm you later. And right now, they can't hurt her. Get Ein down here to deal with the exploding guys coming down. And for the most part, he can deal with them on his own. Soleil to do damage to the bottom row and get rid of Iona there, and put Maul down to the right. He'll help out with those exploding guys and do a lot of damage as things start to move here. Pop Soleil as soon as she's ready, and you can take care of all of these exploding guys really fast. Forgot to get my tank down. There's Aveline. I was about to put Assault down, but Maul managed to finish off that exploder before it became a problem. Go ahead and use Ein here to do some damage to this guy. And Iona facing down to take care of these mobs before they activate. And use Maul's ultimate ability once the exploding guy comes out to wipe it out real quick. And now we're basically just waiting for Iona over here on the right, because I think all of the remaining mobs are in that group. You can use their ultimate if you want, no problem. Also not necessary. On to stage 5. Here you want Soleil down on the top to take care of the archers coming in. She can damage them fast enough that she doesn't take a whole lot of damage, so she can handle that on her own for a little while. As soon as you can, place Iona facing right at the bottom. Here you go. And she can take care of most of this stuff coming in on the right. And then as soon as you can afford it, you'll need a healer down. There's Midden to help keep Soleil alive. And I'm going to add Lightlock because she's going to need a lot of healing here for a moment. Go ahead and use Iona as soon as she's ready and start wiping these guys out. Now once this big mob comes in, you're going to want Estrid or a tank or something down up here to make the elite unit fire at her instead of Soleil. And I'll go ahead and use Soleil's ultimate. It's not really necessary here, but it'll help if he gets a mob up. There you go. Mob is up and she's burning down. Iona's just taking care of business down there, but you see one's starting to get past her. So we're going to need to deal with that in a moment, but I need to get a tank down here to deal with the exploding guy who got through. And Maul can be down here to deal with the archer and the exploding guy. And I'll use Estrid just for funsies. put a healer on her to keep her up. Now because I'm doing this way now, you see you could put other healers down in different orders on the right and not have to use Midden over there. Once the archers start moving, go ahead and use Iona to take them out, and that way you also get the group that's coming in, do a little bit of damage on them. It's okay if they take her out. Maul's gonna deal with all of them on his own. I'll throw down Ein just to help out. And use Maul once they're all in range. And they're done. Now you see Maul almost died. If Maul dies there, you can throw down your Aveline and on to stage 7. Place Iona down here. Man, I had to do this one a lot. So this was the best way I could find to get through it. Iona there, Aveline there. Then we can put Maul down in the middle. Maul being in the middle can almost hit the boss that comes in right here. Well, I should say the elite that comes in right here. Estrid down. Remember to prevent the elite from shooting at Maul. We'll get Soleil down here to do some damage on the bottom row. And Isolde just barely in time to pull that one and hold it for Soleil to take out. I could have used Estrid there if I wanted, but I'm going to save till the elite comes in to try to take the elite out fast. Use Maul as well. And now you can see this, when you've got the two elites on the right, he can hit them. And he actually does damage to both of them when he hits them. Go ahead and use his ability when it's back up. And now we're just waiting for these guys to come in. And I'm turning on auto-casting because my stuff that's down will take care of them without me doing anything. There we go. On to 8. And you'll notice I'm changing up my squad here. I've got piercers and northerners now, because you need a lot of aerial support in this one. We can start with getting Olog down. And then Lunaria. Lunaria is going to do a lot of work for us in this one. Get Brienne down facing north, because Lunaria and Olog can hold the middle row here. But we need somebody to deal with the flying units that are about to come in. Let's get some hollow down here as well to heal back up. Brienne takes that out no problem. We'll get Maul down in the left lane here. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming down that lane, and he can hit all of it. I'm putting the tank down there just in case anything gets through, but I don't think it will. We'll get Lily down there to do some healing and help people survive. Go ahead and use Maul when he's ready. And Brienne to take out, there's 3 mobs there, you want to use her to burn them down really fast. And then Hollow to replenish her rage as soon as you can. She can still take out that top row, even without the ultimate really. It just helps her survive a little bit better. I'm going to need to carefully time Maul's freeze here, wait until they're as far down as possible before you use it, so you're hitting as many as you can. And now we've got this stuff coming in the top left. I'm going to put Vargas down on the left hand side, but these things are bombardiers, they're going to be attacking a lot of stuff anyway. You see I lost my Lily, I'll get down Vortex. Lost both Vortex and Vargas. I'll just throw her down in case I need to, but it looks like I won't need to, because Lunaria should be able to take care of everything here. And there we go. Now, because of the way the Bombardiers work, you might have different results, so you could have pulled Brienne off the top row, redeployed her. Might just have to play around with it, or do it a couple of times if the exploding gets weird. On to stage 9. See, I've still got my Piercer team. They're going to be with us for a while. Gonna get Olog down first. Stop these guys as they're coming down. Let's get Lunaria to deal with them. I did not optimize this one. There's definitely some better ways I could do things, but we're going to put Isolde down here. And I'm going to put Brienne on the right side, because there will be stuff coming up there that we need to deal with. Vargas can help out in the middle. Maul realistically could have helped in the middle too, or maybe instead of Vargas, swap Vargas and Maul. But somebody needs to be there facing up to deal with the flyers that'll come out at the end. And then I put Lily down to heal, and I'll put Hollow down to heal as well. Use Brienne whenever you get a lot of stuff coming out up there. And as soon as the flyer comes out, I'll use Maul because might as well. You've got a lot of stuff down there in the middle lane at that time, and they can clean up the rest. On to stage 9. And stage 9 and 10 are very similar to each other. You'll notice we have cultists this time, and you'll see why here in a moment. Even though we do have some flyer locations. I'll put Olog down to start off. Get some tanking for the bottom row as these things come in. And you can just hold all of the mobs at the beginning with a few tanks. Get Brienne up here to deal with the first flyer that's going to come out here in a second. And when it dies, it drops a little flower pod that she'll have to shoot. Get Isolde down. And then we want to get Osiren down. Osiren is going to be the secret weapon for this round and the next round. See, she just does tons of AoE damage there. When the top right comes out, put Vargas down to deal with it. And then we'll put Aeon down just as a little support. Aeon can hoover up all the enemies if they start to get overwhelming. Shouldn't get to that problem. Osiren can finish off everything pretty easily. Lily down to keep everybody alive. And you see, I don't even need to pop Osiren's ultimate. She's just going to kill everything without needing it. We've got an elite boss and a couple of flyers coming in. And pop Brienne's ultimate to deal with them. And here I'll use Osiren's ultimate. You can also use Isolde's ultimate to add some block. And then just to speed things up, I'm going to put Maul down to do a little more damage on the bottom. That's it for 9. And as I say, 10 is very similar. The timing is a little different, but the map layout is very similar. So into 10. Brienne down first to deal with that top row. Vargas down second. Now otherwise it's pretty close to identical. We're going to put our tanks down. Olog first on the bottom. I can put Osiren down before I put Isolde down just to do damage on these guys faster. Doesn't ultimately matter, but why not? Now I'll get Isolde down. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Brienne's ultimate here because there's a few mobs there. Lily, putting down in the middle to keep things alive. But Osiren's gonna pretty much take care of business. I'm gonna put Maul on the left here to help out with the flyers up there because they're getting a little out of hand for Brienne. And then I'll just put down a Bizu on the bottom right to add a little more damage down there. We'll have a few more enemies come in, but at this point we've already established we've got this under control. I'll remove Brienne and add Aeon just for some more damage to clean it up faster, and Osiren pop her when everybody's down here. There we go. Now 11 is pretty much exactly the same fight, but we add a boss to the mix. And you'll see this particular boss in the next 3 fights. So Olog down first this time, because the mobs are coming down from the top right. Isolde down. Stop them all up here. Then we'll get Brienne down as soon as we have the cost. And Vargas down. And then as soon as we get to 25, we'll place down Osiren. There we go. Now instead of Lily, I'm going to put down Vortex, because Vortex can handle everything in the middle here. And I'll add a Bizu facing right just to do a little more damage on the boss before she gets away. You could put Maul down, but the damage is similar, and I'd like to save Maul for the next part. And a Bizu has a little more health, can take a little more damage from the boss. There, Vargas just died, so we'll put Maul down. And go ahead and pop Osiren if you get overwhelmed there. She was able to take everything out without doing it. So I'm going to save her if I need her for the boss. I'll go ahead and use Maul. Why not? Add Vargas back in. Why not? There we go. Alright, on to 12. 12 has the flower boss that you're probably familiar with from other missions, but it also has that boss we just saw, so it's got two bosses to deal with. I'm going to put Olog down at the top and give Vargas down here to shoot the flower. We'll need some support up there for Olog, so we'll put Brienne down. And Lunaria. We want to burn this stuff down as fast as we can. Lily down to heal them. And go ahead and use Vargas's ultimate. And then we'll put Isolde down to block that path. Right now we don't need to kill the mobs right away. Once we get to 25, I'll go ahead and put Osiren down. And Vortex to help keep everything above alive. Flower's already down, the second boss is in. Vargas and Lunaria will start shooting her when she gets past them. You can go ahead and use Vargas's ultimate. Get that shield down. Now here it gets a little sketchy. At the top left, you're going to have a lot of stuff to deal with. Use Brienne when there's several mobs starting to stack up on Olog before they actually reach him. And go ahead and use the Siren to burn everything down here. And then we have two more flyers coming in. They're completely irrelevant at this point since everything else is down. If everything else wasn't down, we'd have a bigger problem. They come in and blow up. That's it. And last fight, number 13. This looks even more like the fight you're used to. I've got Anne in there. I don't think I'm going to use her, but she's in there. And I switched back to archers, or piercers I should say, and northern, if you hadn't noticed. We've got Vargas, Brienne. You got to take down that top bulb, and they want to focus on, Vargas wants to focus on the bottom one. So we're going to get Lunaria down here as well. Just try to take those down faster, because they will actually focus on them instead of the flyers, and you got to get those flyers down. There we go. Now we're in the clear. Now they can focus on the boss. Get Vortex down. Vortex can heal almost everything here, and we won't need her for the one thing that she can't reach. Whatever, I don't know what Vortex is. I haven't read it. Isolde down. Go ahead and use Brienne when you start getting a lot of stuff coming in at the top. And Osiren is still on our team, and it's going to go right below Isil to hold that line. Lily down here to help out with healing, because it can get kind of sketchy down here at the bottom. But Osiren's AoE can keep all of those mobs locked down. No problem. Use Vargas when you need to clean up some flyers. Use the Siren when you need to, when things are starting to get out of hand down at the bottom. And then, as soon as the bosses are down, get rid of Lunaria, put Maul down at the bottom, because you're going to start getting some flyers at the bottom that you'll have to be able to take out, and Maul can handle that. Osiren does some damage to him, but it's not nearly enough. Osiren's ultimate ability, I'm going to use it to do some damage to them, take out the other ads, and help Maul burn these guys down. You'll see it just barely get through it. Now we got a lot of flyers coming in at all angles. You want to use Brienne's ultimate. Wait for the flyers to get close enough to Maul and then use his. And use Vargas just for fun. Why not? And Osiren can clean up those. That's it. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.